Hello, this is Josh Hunter, presently in the city of Santa Monica, California. It's kind of a rough day. I did a lot of screaming. People kept asking me questions they don't need to ask, and it's usually when an excessive question is asked, excess is produced. And it's like they're all following the same sign or signal. Like something tells them, okay, today you can ask all these questions. And then some days like, oh no, now you can't ask these questions. Because yesterday nobody asked me any questions. It's fucking great. Alright, hang on, let me show you this mat I got. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So I felt like I was being too critical, like I was being too angry, and I don't like to be like an angry person. And so I need to process this here so that I have some type of example of when I feel this upset. Because I don't like to be upset. I don't like the idea of it. It seems like I should be better than that. Sometimes being upset is a motivating factor, being angry, that type of thing. But I think it's better to not be upset. I mean, generally, if you're in control of your emotions, then you're not going to do wild things. Anyway, so this guy came up to me today, and he asked, because today they kept on asking me about my solar panel, and nobody gives a shit about solar panels, okay? Like, it's like the technology's been around since the 70s. It's like there's no question to ask, okay? I mean, alright, some people some people who actually have solar panels, yes, okay? If you already have solar panels, then yes, that makes sense. Obviously, you'd be interested in it. But 90% of the people who are asking me about solar panels do not care about solar panels. So when they're asking me this, like, I'm out here all day, okay? People got all types of languages. The people who are asking me about solar panels don't give a shit about solar panels, alright? So this guy, like, it's like the first thing in the morning, okay? I'm walking, and he's like, oh, hey, what's that? Like, oh, and he already knew what it was, and that's what they do. They already know it's a solar panel. They're like, well, what is that? And then he starts, and he has a cigarette in his hand. I'm like, okay, so you're asking me about a solar panel, but you've got a cigarette in your hand. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I need to know if I'm being, like, too wild about this whole cigarette thing. Like, I need to know, I want to make sure I'm not getting too upset. Because to me, time is precious, okay? Being able to live a free life with clean lungs, with lungs that work, is precious to me. Being able to breathe clean air is precious to me. And when you're smoking a cigarette, you're saying, fuck my lungs. I don't care about my lungs. Fuck them in the asshole. Okay, that's what you're saying when you smoke a cigarette. So, I've got the solar panel. I use it to get battery, or to get the energy that I need, the 30 or 40% battery life, since I only have one now. And this guy with a cigarette in his hand says, oh, what's that? And me, like, it's like, what? This is not something I want to be dealing with in the first thing in the morning, because it's always the same script. These guys are always following the same script. So I said, okay, so why? I see that you have a cigarette in your hand, okay? And then I go off on my usual routine or whatever. And then he's got this, I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend or something. She's pregnant or whatever, and I'm just like, how are you going to try and ask me about something? Ask me any question. Because the thing that I said was like, okay, first I said, I don't remember the exact thing that I said, but if somebody's like, why are you smoking a cigarette? And asking me about a solar panel. Because when you ask me, when you have a cigarette in your hand, you're telling me that you don't care about your life, you don't care about the life, about the people around you. So why are you asking me anything if you don't care about your own life? That's what I'm saying. And like I say this tons of times, and nobody is ever like they always just get defensive, like, oh no, yeah, and they say, some people might say, oh well, dude, cigarettes are addictive. It's hard to not smoke cigarettes. And I guarantee you, I've said this before, but if someone gave you $1 million, if someone said, I'll give you $1 million, just don't smoke any more cigarettes, how fucking difficult would it be to stop? Ask yourself that. Then tell me how difficult it is to stop smoking cigarettes. I've had cigarettes. They're fucking lame. Anyway. So, I'm like, yelling and screaming, and there's even a guy who lives around here, is like, he's just watching from up on above, and I'm just, and then they say like, he says, oh, I can do whatever I want. Okay, see, I got this Bible here, God lets me do whatever I want, is what he said. And I'm like, is this for real? And so like 4 times, maybe 6 times throughout the rest of this day, people come up to me asking questions, but they're not really interested. They're just trying to get access. Now I know this sounds vague and even paranoid, but people only talk to me because they want access to something. And I, for the life of me, can't figure out what the access is. Because I know, as a homeless person, nobody wants to be my friend. Okay, nobody's coming up to me and is like, oh, dude, look how what a great addition to my life this person would be. I bet he probably enhances my reality and makes me see clearer and makes me appreciate my life in a much more better way. No, nobody's doing that. They come up to me because they want something. Fucking vampires. I'm trying to be calm. Okay, I don't want to be an angry person. I don't want to be a person who says, oh, this person is bad. I don't like that. Okay, if there's a behavior that I'm not like a fan of, then I try to make sure that I'm able to process it in some healthy and rational way. I'm not going to be holding on to hate. Okay, I'm not going to be a person who just, oh, well, I didn't like that this person did it, and I'm going to fucking remember this for 200 million years. No, okay? The first thing you ask, okay, why didn't I like that this person did this? Okay, and what does that have to do with me? Is there something in my own life that perhaps I need to think about? And I always like to make sure that my emotions are controlled by me. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, this is how you prevent certain types of hypnotism. Like some people, they want to hypnotize you. They want to keep you doing this. They want to keep you doing that. In order to avoid that, you got to make sure that you know your own emotions. Some people, they know you're going to get angry at this, and so they get you angry just so they can, push some buttons or whatever. Anyway. I just really need to make sure, because I don't know what's happening. People seem to be like, I've never felt less like an existing person. Like, I really feel like I do not exist. And I'm not imitating, something. I'm not trying to do my own version of, the Joker or whatever, where he's saying, oh, you don't get it? I said that, I don't exist or something. I don't know. I didn't. Anyway, what I mean is, I don't mind being ignored. I don't mind, like, people just kind of passing by. It's like, oh, who gives a shit about this fucking homeless guy? It's just when they pretend like, oh, I'm pretending that you exist. Like, that's the thing. Like, you're just like, that's like, it's kind of like insanity to me. It's like you're saying, I am pretending to acknowledge that you exist. Here, let me have this fake fucking conversation. Because I guarantee you, like, when I become like a very popular YouTube sensation, things aren't gonna like change. I'm not gonna suddenly be like, oh, let me fucking hang out. I'm not gonna have an entourage, okay? I'm not gonna fucking have all these people that I fucking hang. You guys didn't give a shit for these 8 years, okay? So why would you give a shit now? Oh, because I have a little bit of money? Sorry if this is all stuff that you've heard before. I've been deleting some videos, to make it in alignment with my marriage to Taylor Swift. I want to make sure everything like fits. I want to make sure like everything is like, in like order. Okay, I don't want anything that's like could be misconstrued as this or that. So I'm cleaning house. So I got to say these things in a different way. I got to make it look like, I gotta make this look good. Okay, alright. Sorry. I want to make sure that it's like I said, I just feel like I'm by myself most of the time. There's tons of people all around, but they seem to be vacant, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sensing like consciousness. I'm not sensing like a conscious feeling, a conscious knowing. Some people call it like having, a light in your eyes. And I'm not, like, when I talk to people, it's like they're just they're gone. Like, that's like the sense that like I'm looking at people, I'm talking, like they're obviously not here, is what I'm saying. And I don't know what this is. I don't know if maybe like I'm too don't know, I feel like I'm a sensitive person. I feel like I'm not completely insensitive to the general demands of being a human being, but I'm not getting the right feedback here, and I can't, my senses are getting, I don't know. So, I got a little scared too, because I fucking, I made this video about like fucking, clandestine activity, and I feel like I'm being like watched even more. It doesn't scare me, it's just like I don't want to have to draw out like some of my more like advanced techniques, is what I'm saying. Like these guys, like you're not, if you don't know exactly what reality you're in, then you don't need to be coming at me, okay? Like I got a lot of realities. So we all need to just make sure like I'm just the guy like that you just, because my intent is only to make sure that things are safe. Okay, safety is my goal. Safety. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay. All right, I want to try a couple of things. The first thing, all right, you remember like a couple of, I don't know if anybody remembers, but I tried this thing. Sometimes I still do this. I chant my own name just to see, like, just, I don't know, it makes me feel comfortable. So I'm going to do like a slightly guided meditation of my own name, all right? Joshua Hunter, 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 Joshua Hunter. Okay, now I want to try this other phrase and see how that goes. I mean, I should just have a separate. All right, anyway. Safety is my goal. 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 Alright, I just wanted to make sure, because I saw that on the back of the truck. I've been seeing that for years, like, this sticker, safety is my goal, and I thought that's a cool thing to say, just to say it, it's just, oh. Yeah. Here's another thing I've been trying. For those of you who may have been like, who have like spiritual burnout, or you've exhausted all of your, activities, your yoga, your, Buddhism, your Judaism, your Christianity, your Islam, you're just burnt out. You got no more prayers left in you, got nothing else. I want you to try something else. I tried this, and it seems to work well, but I'm in a different environment. But just do like one prayer a day. Don't worry about it, and just one line. At the end of the day, the last thing you say is, "Oh Lord, please let tomorrow be better than today." And that's it. Don't worry about anything else. Just forget. I mean, you don't have to forget, but just say that one thing at the end of the day. And then in the morning, you say, and the first thing you say when you wake up is, "Oh Lord, please let today be better than yesterday." And that's it. Because some people, I mean, I guess I'm speaking mainly to myself, because I've done so many goddamn chants and visualizations and memorizations and all this fucking shit. And I don't know, you might get like worn out, like if nothing works, like if you're in a state like me, like I've been doing this for 20 fucking years, and none of it works, like none of it. Like how did none of this work? And I think there must be something wrong with me. So, but what helps anyway is just a slight thing. Instead of, don't worry about God, don't worry about what God or who or whatever. It's just, Lord, please let tomorrow be better than today at night. And then in the morning, just say, "Oh Lord, please let today be better than tomorrow." See if it works. I'm 33 years old, and I've got the best grades on earth.